Hello, welcome back to the channel. This is the Gemini reading for October of 2023. Today, I did meditate over the cards before we started rolling here. I used the Labradorite crystal. This is what it looks like. It's got kind of like a striated blue-green, almost like a tiger's eye pattern. It's super cool, but it's very good for channeling transformative energy as well as just basic psychic energy, clairvoyant energy, but its transformative energy is what I was particularly interested in because this is the month of October beginning with that harvest moon that is going to be really indicating a lot of change, possible transformation in your life, as the harvest moon is all about reaping the harvest and all that good stuff. So we're going to be hopefully getting a little clarity on that for you. And let's go ahead. We're going to start out with a 7-card pull. I did already, as I said, meditate over these cards. I did pull a signifier up here for you before we started. And if any of this resonates with you, which I certainly hope it does, please feel free to like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know how it resonated with you. We always appreciate the interaction. Okay. So let's see what we've got here. It looks like... All right, so you have been through a little bit of disappointment, it looks like. Cups, 5 of Cups specifically is a card of disappointments, but more like you have a lot of things, you have good things in your life, you have a lot of things that are valuable and that give you joy, as indicated by the 3 cups standing, right? Notice the 5 of Cups is a king, first of all. That's to note a person of power, a person of strength that's feeling a little imbalanced by emotional upheavals in their lives, or just disappointments with perhaps things that you have. Notice there's 3 cups that are standing upright. They're full of wine, and he's lamenting over the 2 cups that are spilled before him. This is really indication of not being able to appreciate the things you have because there's something going on that seems a little bit more upsetting, unsettling in your life. So you must have had something happen here relatively recently that kind of threw you off your game, or you are having trouble getting over some things from your past and moving forward to something else. I am seeing here a little bit of financial distress that may have recently come out of your situation. Perhaps it was a job that you lost that left you feeling a little imbalanced, but I'm seeing some financial imbalance or some financial news that might have been less than ideal that came your way relatively recently and kind of left you feeling this uncertainty about your situation. It does look, however, like you have got some knight in shining armor energy coming your way. So the 6 of Wands, while it's not a knight as such, it is an excellent card of victory. Notice it's like a victory parade. They've got all their wands in the air. They're flying all their flags. They've clearly won their fight, and they're coming home with all of their victorious wares and winnings. And so I think that this oftentimes, the 6 of Wands just indicates like something that you've been trying to accomplish is finally going to... you're gonna win it. You've tried a little bit, it's gonna come your way. Perhaps this is you lost a job, you put in an application for a new one, and you got the interview, right? This isn't a huge win. It's not like you won a war, but you won a battle. So that's the 6 of Wands that's coming into your energy. You've got something happening here that's positive, that's gonna be uplifting for your situation. And this is, again, all just in the month of October, so keep that in mind. Whatever this was just happened, and this stuff all should be kind of happening to you as the weeks go on. I do see that you are in a very active, I'm going to make this happen kind of mode. Your mode is the 8 of Wands, which is get it done energy. It's speedy energy. It's fast moving communicative energy. You are feeling like you are manifesting. To me, the 8 of Wands is like the minor arcana version of the Magician. This is the card of manifesting your spirit energy into reality, really kind of putting your intentions and your thoughts. A lot of people often see these wands as messages coming your way, and it very well could be some kind of message coming your way. Again, it could be a job offer, right, if you're looking for a new job. But I tend to see this card as more your messages to the universe getting to their goal, and you being able to kind of finally get heard in what it is that you're looking for in your situation. So I think that you have a good amount of personal control over what's happening here. So even though you may have had some financial distress recently, I think it might even be a little bit, maybe even you're doing, like maybe you made the choice to leave a job that you knew would leave you a little bit distressed financially. Maybe you were not happy with it, and so that's what you did, right? It seems to me like, especially for the rest of these cards, you are pretty strong. You have an idea of what you want. And actually this Justice card that I pulled as your indicator card would say as much as well. But we'll get to that in a little bit. But I do see that you are a person who really is aware of what's best, aware of what's right and what's wrong in your situation. And I think maybe you just took stock of that, and you are now going to feel yourself in a situation that's a little bit more tricky financially, maybe because of it. But in the end, emotionally, spiritually, it was the right choice. Right. So it looks like you've got coming into your area for like a little bit of opposition here. This particular position is about like energies coming in that might be a difficulty for you. The Three of Cups is really about gatherings. Sometimes it can be about one too many people in a situation. I don't see this as a romantic read specifically, but this could even just be like one too many offers coming your way. It could be that you are, maybe there's some people that are giving you advice and you're feeling a little overwhelmed by what choices you should make. I see the Three of Cups to me often indicates some kind of like gathering. Notice they're having like a little party here, but it's more like together, intimate. It's not like a big party. It's like a pick a little, talk a little situation. And I think you might be getting some opinions from your circle of friends that could be both helpful and not helpful. So I think you may want to keep that for what it is, which is just people talking, and not take anything too seriously that comes across your way from your friends, from your family, from other people that might have worked at this other place, or other people that might have been involved in the situation that got you to this place. I would say maybe just kind of like take it with a grain of salt and see it for what it is, which is fun, lighthearted conversation and less super important stuff. It does look like you've got something coming up here that is very good. The Knight of Cups, like from what I'm seeing at the beginning of this reading, you are left wanting something. And again, I'm really strongly feeling some kind of either job or some kind of situation that specifically involves your money. And you just feeling a little bit underwhelmed by the circumstances, and that underwhelmedness leading you to this. But the Knight of Cups is specifically a card of an offering. This is specifically the card of, I mean, sometimes it could be a love offering. Again, this could be a love read. It could potentially be that you were not satisfied with your love situation here rather than a job situation. Maybe that person paid all the bills and you're feeling a little bit like, uh-oh, I'm going to struggle here financially after making this decision, but it was a good decision for you emotionally. In that case, the Three of Cups would potentially be a third party in that situation, and less just more choices or people talking to you about other opportunities. So you could read this both ways. And in that case, the Knight of Cups could be an incoming love interest, an offer to do something new. But the Knight of Cups is an offer almost every time. It's some kind of offering to you with this full cup of like, hey, I'm going to save you with this new thing. And it looks like you've got that. Someone somewhere wants to help you, and they're ready to give you the message that they want to help you. So that's what this Knight of Cups is reading to me. Whether that's some guy that's been looking and is seeing on your Facebook or on your Instagram or whatever that you're single now, and he's getting excited and he's going to give you a call. Or maybe this is somebody who has heard that you're no longer employed at your place of business and are like, oh my goodness, I've wanted this person to work with me for a while. And they start to talk to you about maybe joining forces. Like I'm seeing someone coming to you wanting to give you an offer, right? That's what this is saying. There's somebody watching from the sidelines that knows your worth as much as you do, which is why you put yourself in this position. And it does look like you put yourself in this position. But it looks like at the end, doesn't get much better than that, right? It's the Sun. So it looks like whatever you've done here at the end of last month, beginning of this month, and let's talk about transformation, because this very much so looks like a spread of some kind of transformation that you chose for yourself, for good or ill. but it looks like it's going to be for the good. But you're probably going to get a little bit of ill at the beginning of it. So don't be distressed if things seem a little bleak at the very beginning. Know that your willingness to manifest this into what you want, as well as the backing spiritually that you have, it looks like it wants to be on your side in this, and that you taking your value and realizing your value and realizing that you don't want these spilt cups, right? Paying more attention to the ones that you have, right? Notice we are starting this with the 5 of Cups with these 2 spilt cups that you're looking at like, oh, why am I dealing with these? Even though you have these, and then this is what you have as your help, right? Coming to give you fresh, new, full cups. So it looks to me like you've made some strong choices for yourself, and they are going to pan out good for you. And I think this Justice card to me is indicating that you are a person that wanted to balance your work or your input in a relationship with what you received, whether that is payment for the work done, whether that is love from your mate. You wanted it to be balanced in the scales. And I think that whatever decision you made at the beginning of this month or the end of last month is going to really provide you with that feeling of balance and justice that you've been looking for if it goes to plan based on this Sun card here. So I think this read looks positive while a little tricky. I do want to go ahead and do one pull from our Halloween Oracle deck, because it is spoopy season and we all deserve a little Halloween time for spoopy season. There's not really a better month, right, to use this deck. This one is an Oracle deck, however, so I don't have these ones fully memorized, but they do have little descriptions in their booklets. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you that. Let's see if we can get it. Oh, there we go. And it looks like we've got, well, what do you know? Change. The Mummy. So the fact that it's called Change right there already tells me that it's right on top of what we're talking about. But let's see what they have to say. Should you pull the Moaning Mummy card from the deck, I guess he's a moaning mummy, not just any mummy, know that change is inevitable and that no matter how hard you try, things will not be preserved exactly the same way. The card also indicates that this change will be for the better. The endings, the closed doors, the barriers, this is just a healthy pause and an indication that a change of tactics is needed, which I think you maybe already did. And you are not cursed. You have just developed a pattern. You can take control and you can change it. So exactly what we were saying, it looks like you have already done the legwork. You have already made the decision to honor yourself and to make this change. It might seem a little hairy at the start, at the onset. You might be a little afraid of financial struggle, but I don't think you should be worried. It looks like you've got some good things coming for you. So I hope this resonated with you. Again, if it did, please feel free to like, subscribe, leave a comment. We'll have some information on the cards and decks used today in the description box below, as well as more information on the stone that was used, the Labradorite, for this one before when we meditated over the cards. If you want a personal reading, we do also offer those. Information for that is also indicated in the description box below. Thank you so much, and we will see you next time.